Welcome to Timeless Prosperity. In this video, we proceed with Chapter 13. Chapter 13. Gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender shows up on every level of existence. The Kybalion. First, gender does not mean sex. This is crucial. Before we go further, let's clear up a common mix-up. Sex normally implies physical differences between male and female bodies, a biological thing. Gender in the Hermetic sense means the creative polarity present in everything: matter, energy, mind, and spirit. The key insight: gender comes from a Latin root meaning to create, to generate, to produce. It's not about bodies. It's about how creation happens on every level. Why this matters? Some writers have twisted this teaching into weird, unhealthy ideas about physical sex. That's not what this is. This is about the universal pattern of creation, not human relationships. Science is catching up. Even atoms have gender. Modern science says, atoms aren't solid balls. They're clusters of tiny particles, electrons, ions, corpuscles, spinning and vibrating. These particles form atoms when negative ones cluster around a positive one. The Hermetic translation says that the positive pole represents the masculine principle, directing, initiating energy. The negative cathode pole represents the feminine principle, receptive, generative, creative energy. The important correction here is that science calls the creative pole negative, but that word makes it sound weak or passive. Nothing could be further from the truth. The feminine cathode pole is the mother principle of creation. It's where electrons emerge. It's where new forms of energy are born. It's the source of X-rays, light, heat, magnetism, and life itself. The cathode is the mother of all strange phenomena. How creation actually works: a simple dance. Think of it like this: a feminine electron detaches from a masculine one. It actively seeks reunion, not out of lack, but out of creative impulse. When they unite, the feminine particle vibrates rapidly under the masculine influence. They circle each other. A new atom is born. The pattern. The masculine directs energy, initiates. The feminine receives, nurtures, actually creates the form. Both are essential. Neither works alone. Real-world analogy: a seed, here illustrated as the masculine, carries potential, a blueprint. Add soil, illustrated here as the feminine. Nurturing and form-giving gives us a plant. An idea, the masculine, plus execution, the feminine, gives us a finished project. Inspiration, masculine, plus expression, feminine, gives us art, music, or writing. This isn't just about atoms, it's about all energy. The Hermetic teaching says, gender operates on the plane of energy too. Evidence we can see: chemical affinity. Atoms attract or repel, like preferences. Magnetism. Opposite poles draw together, like poles repel. Gravity. The mysterious force pulling all matter together. Could this be gender at work on a cosmic scale? The big picture: if even the tiniest particles follow this pattern, and if electricity, the basis of all energy, shows this polarity, then gender isn't a spiritual idea. It's a universal law of creation. What about living things? In the organic world, plants, animals, humans, every organism contains both principles, even if one is more visible. A flower has stamen, masculine, and pistil, feminine. Humans have hormonal, psychological, and energetic expressions of both. The wisdom: balance isn't about being half man, half woman. It's about honoring both creative forces within you. The part that initiates, focuses, directs, masculine. The part that receives, nurtures, brings into form, feminine. When both work together, that's when true creation happens. Preview: gender on the mental plane. The chapter ends by hinting at the next layer. Let us now pass on to a consideration of the operation of the principle on the mental plane. What to expect? Your thoughts have gender too. The masculine is your focus, logic, decision. The feminine is intuition, imagination, synthesis. Creativity happens when both collaborate. Mental blocks often come from over-relying on one pole. We'll unpack this fully when we get to the next section. The takeaway: creation is a partnership. Gender isn't about bodies, it's about the pattern of creation in everything. The feminine isn't negative, it's the generative form giving power behind all manifestation. Both poles are essential, like inhale, exhale, spark, soil, idea, expression. Balance isn't 50-50, it's letting each principle do what it does best, in harmony. You contain both, and mastering their dance is the heart of creative power. As the text implies, when you understand gender, you stop seeing creation as random, or as a solo act. You see it as a sacred collaboration, within you, and in the universe itself. And that changes how you create everything: your life, your work, your relationships, your peace.